The Sacramento Kings took a very, very brutal loss last night to the New Orleans Pelicans. And we are officially at the All-Star break. I wanted to make a video on this team and what I think their future could be. But I wanted to give myself some time, watch a few games with the new team. It's now been about 5 games with the 6 games with this new team. So I feel now is an appropriate time to talk about it. So leave a like and subscribe. We're going to go into detail about what I think this team is actually capable of. Spoiler alerts, it's not gonna be good. I don't think this team is ready. So to recap the season, we lost 6 games in a row to fall 13-19 under Mike Brown. Then they fired him without telling anyone, not even the star player who was good friends with Mike Brown. And they kind of let all the star players on the team, DeRozan, Fox, even Sabonis, take the fall. Mostly Fox, because he was the one starting to get unhappy with the organization's inability to make moves. But then all was fine because we won like 6 in a row. And we ended up winning 9 of the last 10 under Doug Christie. So all was chilling. And then you lose to the Nuggets. And then you lose to the Knicks. These games have some glaring issues. De'Aaron Fox trade rumors come out. The team starts to slide. You trade him. You beat the Timberwolves, which at the time I should have been more skeptical of, because the Timberwolves are a very dysfunctional team right now and relying on pure talent. And you get blown out by the Magic in Zach LaVine's debut. You lose to the Blazers, who have been on a hot streak, but you should have won this game. You almost lose to the Pelicans, which is the worst team in the West. Then you barely beat Dallas, who was missing everyone and didn't have a center for the entire second half. And then you barely beat New Orleans again. It's a close game. We never really pulled away. And then you actually lose to New Orleans when Zion Williamson didn't play. In all the other games, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram got traded, so not him. But Herb Jones, a couple other key guys were missing. So this was not a good look. I have not liked how these games have gone recently. And next you have the Warriors. You might be able to beat them. I don't know. They've been playing pretty good basketball ever since they got Jimmy Butler. The Hornets, God, you guys better beat them. The Utah Jazz, you guys better beat them. After this, it gets a little hard. The Rockets, they're a tough team, but we have played well against them the whole season. So maybe we win that. And they're on a little bit of a cold streak right now. Dallas Mavericks, you should be able to beat them. Unless Anthony Davis comes back, then I don't have expectations of winning. Denver, whatever. Probably won't win. San Antonio, you better pray to God you guys win this game. It's a home game. De'Aaron Fox is returning for the first time since the trade. All the rumors and drama around that whole situation. You guys better win this game. We're not going to make a deep playoff run. This right here, you guys better win this game. This is our championship, basically. You can't let him come in with his new team and already prove they're a better team than us right now. When we had De'Aaron Fox, we were the better team. So you cannot let them do that. The Clippers, probably going to lose. Knicks, probably going to lose. Warriors, probably going to lose. Suns, might be probably win. They're struggling too. Grizzlies probably gonna lose. Cavs probably gonna lose. Bulls, you better win this game. Bucks probably gonna lose. Celtics probably gonna lose. Thunder probably gonna lose. Trailblazers, the way that they're playing, probably gonna lose. Orlando Magic probably gonna lose. Pacers, maybe, I don't know. Wizards, Hornets, easy. And then Cavs, Pistons are a tough team now. Nuggets, Clippers, and Suns. We have one of the harder remaining schedules. We face the Thunder, Cavs, and Celtics at least once. And those teams are all projected to be the favorites. So it's not looking very good. And let's just look at our roster real quick. We have Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. This is a bad starting five. It's not good. In 2025, this is not a good starting lineup. You need more balance in the team. And the frustrating part about the Zach LaVine trade is you could have traded De'Aaron. You didn't even need to get, like, a good player in return. Just a lot of draft capital or young players to develop. Because Keon Ellis could have been the starting two. Now you've made a situation where it's virtually impossible to start him unless you want to be a big boy and tell either Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan to go sit on the bench. When Fox was here, it was the easy choice. Make Malik Monk go back. He's perfect as a six-man. He's your only point guard now besides Markelle Fultz. So he's your only real point guard. And if you swap him for Keon Ellis, then DeMar DeRozan becomes your point guard. That's not good. DeMar's a good passer, but he's not like point guard type duties. So you've made it so you can only have one defender on the court, apparently. It was very frustrating last night because they kept wanting to run this lineup and CJ McCollum was killing them, but they couldn't put Keon Ellis in. And apparently they didn't want to take out DeMar, who was awful that game. So they just put Keon in for Keegan, which was horrible. Those two need to be on the court at the same time if you want defensive stops. Now, I'll give Doug Christie a break. They gave him a bunch of new players and told him, hey, work with it. So maybe after the All-Star break, the rotations look a little better. But you're basically sending Keon to the bench like permanently with the Zach LaVine trade. And he's here for the next 2 years after this season, I believe. Let's see. Zach LaVine contract. I'm double checking. Yeah, he's going to take that player option because no one's going to give him $50 million. And I saw this tweet last night. Sorry to say it, but I have no faith in this Kings team and haven't all year. I don't understand how this team is ever supposed to even sniff the conference finals in the next 5 years. Hope I end up on Cold Takes Exposed, but I don't see the vision. And I agree. Ever since Fox, they even flirted with the idea of getting rid of him, I have been team blow it up and start over. When we were on the win streak and there were still obvious flaws, I could see a reality where we're like a conference finals team. I could see it. Just fill in the holes. But you've kind of only sort of filled in the holes, and then you've created a couple of new ones with that Fox trade. This organization created the most probably mid basketball team ever. Not ever. But right now in the West, we're stuck in mediocrity. We're going to look at the standings real quick. But we were the 3rd seed 2 years ago. Around this time last year, we were like the 5th seed. Now we're the 9th seed. We have fallen insanely low. We were near the Grizzlies during the Beam Team year. Look at them. They're still number 2. And they had a season from hell last year. The Thunder have just taken our place as the young and exciting team. Because they kept having guys fill in the roles. Or when their guys weren't developing, they made trades to get better. They dealt Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso, which is pretty much highway robbery. We were here. Now we're down here. We're in the basement of the West. And you're not going to win a game. You're not going to win a playoff series unless you have that guy, basically. Not even a playoff series. You're not going to win a championship if you don't have someone that's like top 15 player in the NBA. I say superstar, but you could win. Like, you could make the finals without a superstar, probably. You just need some damn good role players. Or you need at least a guy who rises to superstar levels in the playoffs. We had that guy. And we traded him for Zach LaVine. And it's created more issues. This is not a good situation to be in. The front office needs to tear it all down or get fired or pray to God another star becomes available. Maybe Trae Young. Maybe LaMelo Ball. I don't know. But that's the only way out of this. Either a type number 1 option on a contender becomes available, or just blow it up so that you could draft. I'm perfectly fine blowing this team up. I've come to accept this team is not going to win a championship. This specific squad. Now I hope this ages badly, but I've already accepted it. There's no point in making the playoffs if you're not going to have any expectations, and if you're not breaking the drought, and if you're not a young team. This team is not young anymore. All these players are in their primes. This is our quote-unquote win now team. And we just lost to the Pelicans without Zion Williamson, who have only won 13 games. They lost 10 in a row before they beat us. Disgusting. It's Jesus. Now, look at the standings. We're 2 or 1.5 above Phoenix. I don't think they're going to get their shit together, though. We're quite a bit. Okay, never mind. I guess not that much. 3.5 above San Antonio. 4.5 or 5 above Portland. With our tough schedule coming up, I could see us falling out of the play-in. And the Warriors got better. Mavericks might fall too, though, so that's okay. Timberwolves, I think they're just going to stay as the 7th or 8th seed no matter what happens. So, this is my call, and this is just an opinion. You need to blow up this roster. Let this little power friendship ass team, let it run its course this season. The second that offseason hits, I want the front office fired. I want a new front office brought in. Everyone that's not Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, or Doug Christie, you're expendable. Okay, maybe not Isaac Jones. I like Isaac Jones. Everyone else, bye-bye. Trade them all. Get a bunch of draft assets. I am fine being bad, okay? Every year of my life, that as a basketball fan, so since I was 4 years old, there has been 2 seasons we weren't bad. 1 season we were really good. That's about it. So, is it frustrating? Yeah, but I got most of my frustration out when they already traded Fox, and the writing was on the wall that this team's not going to win a championship with this core. Or even come close to that. So, blow it up. Fire the front office. You had a promising young team, and you destroyed it. That's it.